Hello everyone, and welcome back. Melissa is about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes away from getting home here after going down to Louisiana and spending time, and then she went up and spent some time with her son, and now she just stopped off at Zachary and Samantha's and dropped off a king cake, and now she's almost home. I'm going to go out and start the charcoal in the grill. I'm going to cook up a couple of ribeye steaks. I got some different kind of bratwurst there that were reduced, so we're going to give those a try. They're a taco cheddar, so it might just be a one bite thing, I'm not sure. I have baked potatoes in the oven. I've got one other ribeye here that I put into the sous vide. It's been going for maybe 3 hours now. And I'll throw that on the grill just at the very end, just to sear the outside. But right now I'm going to hop in the shower and get cleaned up, and then I can get everything cooking, and it should be done just about the time that she gets here. I went out there and started the barbecue. Get these seasoned up so they're ready to go on anyway. I'm even going to throw some asparagus on the grill. We really like them like that. Got them in olive oil and some seasoning right now. This morning it was cold enough because it got down to 12 below. Everything was frozen, and I had to drive up to the store anyway to get the steaks. And all the tar roads were pretty dry, at least up to the gas station, so I came back and got in the new truck and went up there and filled it up. I've got 2 of the steaks and all the brats on right now. Melissa should be here within about 10 minutes. Chucky! Chucky, what are you doing? Huh? You sick of driving? Well, Melissa and Chunky are back home. That was awesome. I took the sous vide steak off of the out of the water, and I'm going to throw it on the grill here just to get it kind of seared on each side. Got some nice red coals there. As you saw, Melissa made it back. It was awesome to have her back here. We had a nice lunch. Just kind of been hanging out with her. She's been gone for 2 weeks. We had some catching up to do. Got a video edited tonight. With them steaks, we had the sous vide one and then the 2 that were just on the grill like usual. The sous vide one was definitely much more tender. A person would have to work on the seasoning though, because I seasoned it the same as the other 2, but it could have used more. So I guess there's a little bit of an art there, but it really was a very tender steak. Melissa's already in bed. She was exhausted, and it's just about time for me, so I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. This morning I was in there working on a couple of videos and decided I should come out here and cut some wood because that storm is definitely coming, and it sounds like it could be pretty bad. When I listened last time on the storm, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice, followed by anywhere from 3 to 11 inches of snow. It keeps changing, so it could be bad or it might be nothing. I'm just running up to Domino's right now. We just ordered pizza for lunch. When Zach was over 2 days ago when we went ice fishing, this is the motor that used to be on the log splitter. And I don't know if you guys watched that video of him fixing this over on Joe and Zach Survival, but it runs just great. But I never gave him the gas tank. I forgot to give that to him. So he had it hooked up to something else, and this has just been sitting in the garage. So when I get a chance here, I'll come and hook that back in there and hook this up, and we'll have a motor that I can store in the back that works just great. We're pretty much ready now for whatever kind of storm comes. Wood in the workshop, pushed the driveway over where it drifted on the left side. Got Melissa's truck put in the garage. That's a question I get quite a bit. They say, with all your trucks, how come you don't put them in the garage? The only garage stall that's tall enough for any of the 3 trucks that I have is that front one way up in that garage. And right now, last year the stall held the tractor, but after the move from the hobby farmhouse, all that crap is in there. And there was no time to get through all that before winter came. So yeah, Melissa's is the only one that'll fit into a garage. That's why we put it into this one when there's a storm coming. Because all mine are 4-wheel drive and hers are 2-wheel. So I can plow stuff around and then pull hers out versus my other ones that can get around pretty good in the snow. Good morning, everybody. There's off and on a light misting of rain. Top of the garbage can, the windshields, everything is just covered in ice. I have 2 chuck steaks in the sous vide right now. I have it set at 138 degrees. I'm going to leave that in there for about 3.5 hours. And then I think we'll throw it out on the gas grill. It has a thing for searing on the side of it. And I think we'll try that. Sounds like Melissa wants me to do a Walmart pickup to get some pork chops and some lettuce and some stuff that we need. I told her, you can set it up, just do it right now because it's supposed to get real nasty this afternoon. I think the roads will still be okay right now. Well, Melissa made that list of stuff to pick up at Walmart, but they couldn't get it till 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I says, no, just make me a list and I'll go there now. They're saying no travel by this afternoon. They have everything salted and sanded pretty heavy. You can see where they've run it down the center. There's still a bunch of sand there. When I came out of the road onto the asphalt, my truck did fishtail, so it was icy there, but it isn't real bad right here. At least not in the center. My shopping done at Walmart. They had this whole sale going on all this camping stuff that I bet you they're not going to be carrying anymore. And one of them was the camp stove that I always use when I go duck hunting. Same brand name, and it must have been where I bought it. And usually they're $40 and it was $15. So I bought one just to throw it up on a shelf because eventually those things go bad. I just couldn't pass it up. When I was driving here, the place where I got diesel the other day was at $3.69 a gallon, I think. That was 3 days ago. It's $4.55 a gallon now. Here too. $3.89 for unleaded, $4.55.9 for diesel. Part of the road here is good, but when you're getting to where you stop and then you're going to go where there hasn't been traffic, it's icy, and the Walmart parking lot was like a skating rink. Today's storm was a 100% flop. I wouldn't want to be living in Wisconsin right now, over like in the Ashland area and everything below there. They got a lot of ice. They're getting a bunch of snow. But for us here, now they're saying, it looks to me like a trace to maybe an inch. All the ice, everything stayed south. And you know what? I'm pretty happy about that. If we're going to have a storm, I've said it before, make it be a big storm or just don't send anything at all. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to get up to 32, start to melt the snow. We do have some cold stuff below zero and single digits coming up towards the end of the week, but for right now, either 10 inches of snow and an inch of ice or nothing at all. It was good. I was going to set this up last night. I want to run my first batch of jerky through here. I don't know, do 4 to 6 racks and give it a try. But I'm going to put it in the front of the main garage there. Easier to get to, I can keep my eye on it, and there's a roof over it. I haven't put shingles on top of this yet because I have the same color as the house, which is kind of a grayish white color, and I want to put something dark, like a dark gray or black. And I could easily go buy a bundle. All I'm going to need is probably 3 or 4 shingles. But if I just wait on one of the jobs that I do, we throw that much away into a dumpster all the time, so I'll find a color. So anyway, I want to get this up there. I want to go inside. I have to get the roasts cut up, put into the brine, so they can brine overnight, and then tomorrow we'll load them into the smoker and get the whole procedure started. And in a few days, I'll have some good jerky. I have it sitting in the spot I want it. I was out here earlier and did a little salting and pulled some of that ice out of there. I was going to do this last night, but you remember that last storm when we got all that snow? I had knee-deep drifts right here in front of the garage, and I thought, well, I'll just wait for a day so I don't have to dig anything out. Well, I have the first container of brine mixed up. I'm actually going to be doing 2 different types of jerky. Most of it's all going to be my original, which is right here, that I've done for over 30 years. And then I'm going to try a different one, which I like to do sometimes. And I'm just going to do 1 container of that, 1 rack. Melissa came and helped me get everything cut up and put into the brine, so that's all done. I don't know, I have like 4 things of the regular recipe, and then I've got the one of the new. Right now I'm frying up the cut off pieces, which is my favorite part. And tomorrow morning we'll get out here, we'll get it in the smoker and get the jerky process started. I have a few dry ones on top here. These are apple. And then I soaked all of these. So I put a few dry ones here on the bottom just to get things smoking good, and then we'll put these soaked wet ones on top. Everything is in the smoker, and now I'll just come out, I don't know, half hour or so and start watching the temperature gauge. I'm going to keep it somewhere around that 100-degree range. So I can do that by turning on the second burner. I only have one on right now. It's about 25 degrees outside. And I can close down these vents to keep heat in also. By tonight, there'll be a few pieces done, the thinner ones, but some of these will take 3 days until they're complete. Cooking up some spare ribs and some country style ribs for lunch. Melissa made potato salad. And I think we're going to do macaroni and cheese and mixed greens. Smoker is doing good. I just switched out the chips maybe 10 minutes ago. Put another thing of wet ones in there. I was running 100 degrees on top and I was at about 90 down here. So it'll take a little bit to heat back up again.
This is a studio house down the lane.
Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. Melissa and I have just been in there this afternoon doing all the Sunday cleanup stuff. Smoker is still doing really good. I'm done running smoke through it. I ran that in for 3 full pans, and that's plenty of smoke. If you put too much smoke on it, it'll end up getting kind of almost like a chalky taste to it because it just sticks to the outside. I will see you guys on the next video.